Alright guys, let's get started off with some seated twist. Deep inhale and go ahead and twist. You can use your arm on your knee to push you even further. Let's do other side. Okay, now let's sit long ways on our mat so we could do seated side bends. Remember that your butt bones should not come off of the ground. Perfect. Now let's do some cat-cows. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round out your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go into camel pose. So with camel pose, whenever you're heading backwards, push forward with your pelvis, and that is how you get a deep stretch in your back, with keeping your pelvis pushed forward. You could also do a halfway camel where you keep your hands on your butt and it's like halfway down. Perfect. Now let's counter pose with the child pose. In this pose, I just want you to relax your back muscles and release, and you'll feel a deep sense of relaxation. All right, let's get bendy. Let's get ready to go into our lunge. Remember, with your lunge, your ankle and your knee should be lined up. Now, if you would like, you could either stay in the original lunge position or you could do a lunge with the spinal twist. So arm up to the air and get your back foot off the ground as well. And then grab your back leg for an even deeper stretch. Beautiful. So let's go back to our lunge pose, and now we are going to do our lizard pose. So with the lizard pose, very similar to the lunge, but you just scoot your foot all the way to the edge of your mat and you let your knee open up a bit so you could get really deep into the hips. Now let's do the half split pose. Toes up to the air. Keep your back knee at a 90-degree angle and just lean forward to get that really deep stretch. Beautiful. Now we are going to go to the other side. So starting off again with the lunge. And again with the spinal twist, arm up to the air. My arms look so freaking scrawny. Alright, let's grab the back leg. even deeper stretch on the quads. Okay, now let's head into our lizard pose. Bring it back in into the half split. Alright, now we're going to go into our single leg forward fold. When it comes to the leg that is bent, keep your whole foot on the mat, on the ground, and the other one fully stretched out. You could also use your elbow or your hand to push out your knee to get an even deeper stretch in opening the hips. Okay, now let's do the other leg, exact same thing. Okay, let's shake it out a little bit. And let's go into our pigeon pose. Just let your body relax. You could lay down fully forward. You could stay sitting up, your choice. You could also do the grabbing of the back leg for a deeper quad stretch. Okay, let's switch sides. You can grab the back leg again if you would like. Alrighty, now let's get into our downward dog. In this pose, we are already very relaxed and stretched out in our lower body, so feel free to try to really let go and let your heels touch the ground as much as you can. Okay, let's go down into forward fold. Remember, the wider you open your legs, the easier it is for you to reach the ground. Also, make sure you keep your toes pointed forward. You could go side to side to each individual leg to give them a deeper stretch. Now let's go into frog pose. With frog pose, you want to make sure that your legs are lined up with each other, your knees are at 90-degree angles as well. You don't want to be too forward or too back. You want to make sure that your thighs are connecting with your butt and they're making a straight line as well. Okay, and then slowly start to bring your knees together. We are going to attempt to get into our middle splits. I do not have them yet, but I am very close. We just got to keep practicing. Go as deep as you can and stay there for as long as you can. Alright, now let's go into our forward fold. With this, you want to make sure that your toes are pointing upward. A quick side by side on each leg, and we could slowly start bringing our knees together. Okay, now we are going to try the single split. So with this pose, you want to make sure that you stay with your hips squared. So you do not want to be turning around your body when you're getting into a split. So you want to stay square and just split your legs open. That is a proper split. So make sure that your belly's not turning open when you're opening your legs. That's a good way to tell. And you could slowly just scoot the back leg back and the front leg front to ease yourself into the split. You could also use blocks if you need to. I would totally use them if I had bought them. Okay, now let's do some cat cows. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round out your spine. we are going to do a standing forward fold. You want to keep your back as straight as possible and not arch it too much. I know it's hard sometimes. Sometimes I can't even tell, but a way you could really check is that your hips are just leading straight forward. Start from your hips and then let your back straighten out as well. And just release your back muscles, let yourself fall forward. All right, hands up to the sky, and congratulations on finishing this video. I am so happy you're here with me doing this, and I'll see you next time.